Hello, brief message from St Columbus for parents. In the wake of a letter I'm going to send home to you from Public Health in England, really serious issue about vaping and consequences there forward. We've always told you that we don't want vapes in school. We don't think vaping's good for boys' health, and the problems will come a long way in the future. There is a much more significant problem with vaping, and I need to take action before it becomes a problem in our school. Across the borough, children have had issues with vapes which are being sold illegally, which have in them synthetic cannabis. The children take too much of it and literally drop. A number of schools have had to permanently exclude children for vaping under suspicion of this. That's across Bexley Borough, and last week in a Greenwich school 5 children were taken to hospital. One is in an induced coma due to exposure to this very serious form of drug. The problem with the drug is that it is laced with not just synthetic cannabis, but a form of synthetic cannabis called spice. Spice is highly addictive. The criminals have used the spice element to get children hooked and buy more of their product. And as I say, if they inhale too much, the risk is of an overdose, and the overdose comes out in the form of a collapse or becoming comatose, becoming zombie-like. You'll have seen images of Manchester when this drug first appeared in the streets with people standing there. This is the risk to your children, and you need to speak to them. We haven't seen this in school. We're really lucky. I speak to other head teachers and they're seeing it regularly. We want to work with you. We will not have vapes in the school because we cannot tell what is in them. It's really obvious to us when children vape. The smell is in the air. To this point, when we catch children vaping, we have worked with families. Because of the risk of this drug, it is going to be a lot more stringent approach from now on, and I'd much rather you speak to your boys, you work out whether your son has a problem with vaping so that it's not brought into our school. The children smell of vape if they vape. It's really obvious. That sickly sweet smell permeates everything. The children, if they are addicted to this synthetic cannabis, will not be able to help themselves and will be taking it. I need you to be having open conversations with your sons about the vapes, about the potential of being exposed to other materials, because it's relatively cheap, but it is highly addictive, and we need to protect our children from what is out there on the street. I am going to forward everything I have on it, including a list of places to get more information and support as it's coming through. As I say, a letter is often very difficult to read and you may not catch the nuances of it, hence this message. We are at the end of a half term. We are halfway through the school year. We've got a few more parents evening come out. We look forward to seeing as many parents as possible as I can on a night. We'd ask for just 2 things as boys come back after the half term. Please monitor the time the boys get into school. If your son is a few minutes late, encourage him to be on time, that's fine. We are getting increasing numbers of boys, particularly in year 9 and year 10, arriving after the banks open at 9 o'clock. That is odd. Please make sure your son is in school by 8:25 so that we can keep him safe and get him educated. If they're out on the streets, they could be exposed to problems. And we can't keep them safe out there. The second thing is, please, uniforms. There's no hoodies in this school. Please make sure they're left at home. They've got jumpers, blazers, and hopefully a decent winter coat, which they'll be wearing. Hoodies must be left at home, and trainers. We see boys regularly in very expensive trainers, and when we ask parents how they afford these very expensive trainers, they don't know. So we say no trainers. It's school shoes, particularly in rain. School shoes are often made of leather, and the rain is a lot less likely to permeate them and make the boys' feet wet. So no trainers and no hoodies. Enjoy your half term. Bye bye.